live tonight from a different location. That's right, that's right. I'm not home. I'm gonna change this angle just so I can see you guys because I'm gonna be busy working. I want you to see what I'm doing. I'm not mic'd tonight. Sorry about that. Just because my device is running low on charge, and I am wanting to make sure that I can complete the stream. Alright, so here we go. Making up the Jamaican Easter bun. Already done a batch that's in the oven. I'm doing another batch now. So I'm starting by adding in a malt. This is a malt beverage drink. Put one in, and then I'm going to add the sugar. Sugar be in. And I'm going to add the other three malts now. Because this is a doubled recipe. So if you watch me and check out my channel, the recipe is there for you. But doubling it up here. So that's two down, two more to go. So where are you at? Where are you from? If you've never been on here before, my name is Chef Twellyah, and I focus on plant-based recipes. So whether it's vegan or vegetarian, that's what I focus on. If that's something you're into, there you're in the right place. Welcome home. Be sure to check out my content. Like, share, subscribe if you like what you see. Yep. And now I've gotten my sugar and malt. I'm just combining it real good. Then I'm going to add the melted butter. And I'm going to add some milk. I'm using Grace coconut milk. Hey, thanks for joining. And I'm using my melted butter, adding that in. Make sure you guys can see fully what I'm doing. So it's that time of year now, you know, when the stores started getting the Jamaican Easter buns. And that is what I am making up. It's for school, so this really should have happened. Oh, I need to add my molasses, the egg replacer, which is flaxseed. It's going to be the last thing that I add in. I'm putting two of these. I would say half, so I'm going to put two. My friend doesn't like the taste of the molasses, so instead of doing the full 2 tablespoons, I do 1.5. And because this is for kids, she's concerned that they may not like the strong taste of the molasses. So I go light on it. Alright, now that I've added that, I'm just going to stir it in real good. So sugar, malt, molasses, that's what we've got there along with the melted butter. Gonna add 2 tablespoons of vanilla. So that's a half. Oops, that's a little bit more than a half. Yeah, so that's 2 full tablespoons. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know in the chat, okay? Now I'm gonna add in my milk. I know that the instructions are to put the fruits after the folding, but because last year when I was doing this, my hubby accidentally put the fruit in first, and we all loved it. I decided I'll put some of the fruits in now. Okay. I won't put the whole thing, but I'll put some in. I'll keep some to mix as an alternate with the flour mixture. So the flour, the salt, baking powder, the yeast, the dry spice, they're all here. Put that in. And from the smell of it, I need to be checking in that oven right about now. I'm putting in my egg replacer, my flaxseed. Just gonna stir this together. Hey, pretty girl, we gotta check on the oven. You coming back this side? Can you check the oven for me, please? This should be ready. You just need to get up to the top to get a little coloring if you doesn't have it already. But based on my nose,
And you thought no would be ready.
yeah.
And probably that would be.
Okay.
No.
I'm just gonna fold a bit of the flour in, not too much, just a little tips. Because the last mix took way longer because the flour took so long to fold in.
See, I think
That's fine. The syrup will do it just fine.
can take a little bit of color.
I'll show them for me. So you want you guys to see what it looks like when it's baked. So you can see here, and this one is popping up all over, and that's because I didn't cross that line in the center. But it's fine once the syrup goes on it, it will all come together nicely. Yeah, give it like, how much time left on the timer now? 4 minutes? All right, give it half of the time. Let me get a little bit more color on the top. If any of them are darker, we don't put them out. So that was literally 40 minutes of baking. I'm just gonna fold in a little bit more. The apartment is smelling so good, guys. You do not believe it. So I basically just gradually fold in the flour until I get it all incorporated. I'm going to start a little bit of browning to this. Not using much. Just 1 tablespoon. What type of breads or dessert do you guys usually have with your family or within your culture at Easter time? Let me know in the comments, okay? I know that as a kid, we used to see hot cross buns in the supermarket at Easter time. All of them like that? Is there one? Okay. So one of those buns, not fully soaked. So we will let it cook a little bit more. The time generally for cooking buns is at 1 hour exactly. Fold in the rest of the fruits. Mhm. Just gonna have a little bit of water to rinse that out. Because we're serving these to kids, I my friend and I would decide not to use any alcohol in the rum. In the rum. It's not funny. No alcohol is being used in this fruit mixture because the end product is going to be served to children. So, although we adults prefer to use it because it adds a richer flavor to the end product. And remember, the alcohol does evaporate during the baking process. Hold in some more of the flour mixture. Hey, Mary. See? Hi. Yes, I am baking Easter bun. It's not for me, it's for school. I'm helping a friend. Welcome, my dear. Thank you for joining. think I'm being very nice too. I think my friend is being very nice as well. Wow, my friend, I just made a splash and I'm not sure where it went, but I just gonna. No, I'm just letting you know that I just while stirring, there was like an explosion, a burst of energy.
So call it that, right?
Hey guys, thanks for joining me. It's your girl Chef Twellyah. Hey, and I'm whipping up some Jamaican Easter bun. Welcome. Let me know in the chat where you're joining me from tonight. I'm not mic'd. I apologize. I'm not mic'd. So, on my channel, I focus primarily in plant-based cooking, vegan and vegetarian options. And tonight I'm helping out a friend to whip up some delicacies. Is that what we call it? Some dessert, some favorite dessert of the island Jamaica. Thanks for the like, guys. Let me know if you've ever had the Jamaican Easter bun. Drop a comment and tell me. Easter bun if you've had it. Whatever you had it with. Do you have it like just plain Easter bun with the cheese or with fish? Because it's a popular dish in the Caribbean at Easter time. Jamaican Easter bun and fried fish or escovitch fish. Have you ever tried that? Or only with bun and cheese? Or is this new to you? Oh, Miss Mary, I'm not where you think I am. I'm almost done with this mixture, and it's looking better and better. Sorry, guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just focusing on my work right now. Gotta make sure I don't have any lumps in this. As you see, I'm doing it all by hand. I have to take the time to fold in the flour into the mixture. Just gonna scrape on the sides of the bowl real quick, as well as my spoon. Okay. I will just a little bit, about a cup and a half of flour remaining that I'm gonna fold in here. spicing that is good. I think you could do it a little bit more anise, just a little bit. Vanilla, I'm going to give that a little bit more. Star anise, that's the star of the show. Not star anise, regular anise. This red one is the star anise. It's way stronger. So you only need a little teeny bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of mixed spice in, just to bring it up a notch, so I can get the flavors really popping out. And I'm gonna put a bit of cinnamon. Yes, it's looking very good. The first batch is almost complete. I'm getting these ready to go in. And I'm gonna also my flour mixture. I'm just gonna take my time and fold this last bit in. My pretty friend doesn't want to be in camera, so guess what, guys? I'm gonna just lower this a bit. That way she doesn't get caught in the frame fully. All right, we can work with that, right? You guys can see what I'm doing, and she doesn't have to worry about being a part of my. Yep. Ooh, I'm smelling all the flavors now. Yep, that was what it needed, just that last little bit to kick it up. Mary said she saw my girl. When you run back, she spotted you. Yeah, my pretty friend doesn't like to be in this kind of camera. Not tonight, anyways. But she's got a big heart doing this for the school, so I'm helping her out. It's a way to introduce children from other cultures to our culture. And this should have happened back in Black History Month. This is ready. Just making sure I'm not seeing any clusters. So we're going to try to do a few things. This is the Easter bun. And then we're going to do the grater cakes. I've never done grater cakes. Well, I shouldn't say I've never done. I have not done grater cakes in almost 20 years. This is going to be an adventure, girl. It's been that long since I did grater cake. So now that my mixture is done, I'm not seeing any pockets of flour hiding anywhere. So when I stir the batter, I cut down the center from alternate sides so that if there's any dry pockets, it would surface, but I'm not seeing any. So I think we're good to go. Yeah, good to go with this batch. So now we get to put them in. baking tins. Hey, Cammy. Hi, girl. I'm making up some Jamaican cornmeal pudding. That's what I do most of the time. No, I'm making up some Jamaican Easter bun right now. Do you like it? Have you ever tried it? Cammy, why did you retract your comment? It's okay. You're allowed to be shy. I'm just clearing the area so that I can put out the tray to put my batter in for baking. That doesn't want to work. Okay. I pretty much moved everything out of the way. I should have sufficient space. Ready? Here we go. I'm just gonna clean here and then I will go ahead and I'm just getting rid of the stains. I just want it on. So I clean this off because if I don't clean it off and it gets on the bottom, when it gets in the oven, I'll think that my buns are burning, but it's just the external. So that's the main reason why I clean up before I pour. And it's natural to have spills when you're cooking and baking. Don't be alarmed if that happens. I think I'm gonna butter these ones and see, Tris. Hmm? I'm gonna butter the trays. How many do we have ready? Okay. What about them? What do we have for now? All right, don't put on the time. It's interrupting. Everything goes off. Interrupted the heat. So it's taking it. Let's put it at um, 20 degrees. Yeah, let's put it at 50. Start. Should regular heat. We make the timer on your phone or something else.
It doesn't turn it off in a high look. There's two different types. One where you have turn off on.
Should be sufficient to hold it all. Hold the butter up. Ever brushing it? I usually use paper towel. Spatula?
Because I think because it's absorb the grease, it spreads it faster.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a paper towel. Get some of the one of these. So you need to make it faster with paper. Most of the grease is spreads it. I use this. It's too much. It just sucks up the grease. Honestly.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Where's the spatula that we had a clean spatula here just now? I'm doing this the old-fashioned way, so I'm just using this spatula to dab the butter all over the container. Not a container, the baking trays. And that way, look what happened. I'll do this one. So that's folded pretty good. Hey Mary, what's the time right now? I can't look at. I'm curious, what time is it? I have a time constraint tonight. I'm gonna stretch out the batter. I'm gonna do 5 instead of 4. Got one more to rinse the eyes. I thought I was the only one who does kind of stuff. Use the fork or the knife to stick. Okay. Okay, so this is the last tray. I'm looking to see if there's any that look a bit scanty. Yeah, that one a bit more. Okay, got a little bit. I can get a little bit like that. Okay, so they're ready now. Gonna pour. I need a fork or something to this outfit. One seven. Give me the measuring cup, please. No, the other one, please. And a soft roughness. So, occupational hazard. This can sometime occur. Don't worry. Just like that. And because I'm not about getting sticky fingers. Not yet anyways. Did I get it all? Nope.
see one more on here. I wanted glaze since I just wanted
Coconut. Okay, that's the first one. Got me the second. Got me the third one. Nope, my nose been wiggling. Yeah, I was gonna say to you if you're not taking checking. But you stopped, so I didn't bother. You're good now? The centers are soap. Perfection. It's okay, the thing will solve it. Okay, so these are done. I'm just gonna wrap it. I'm going to use a little bit more, nothing much. Okay. Doing this release all ear pockets. Try to do the mark down the center. Forgot it on the others earlier. What that will do is that it will allow for the buns to break evenly. These are ready for the oven. The last one now. Okay. Because it's the last of the batter, I'm just gonna use the spatula to wipe around, get it all together, and just pour it directly into the baking tray. So what happened last year when we were making buns, um, we went ahead and poured all my mixture, my fruit mixture, blended it all with my malt.
Did you what?
He blended the fruit with the malt,
Oh,
and it gave a fantastic taste. Everybody loved it. So that's why I changed up the mixing just now. And said, okay, you know what? So hey guys, just so you know, earlier with the first batch, it was a bit of drier, and not sure why that is. All I can say is not all flour is made equal, but it was a drier mix. So I just changed up the method with this one by adding some of the fruit directly to the initial liquid mix, and it seemed to have made a world of difference with this batch. I'm just gonna clean along the sides of the bowl, wipe it all down. Now I'm gonna scrape it all into the last baking tray. And just like that, Jamaican Easter bun number 5 is ready for the oven. I'm really grateful that y'all decided to pop on over on this stream. Now you guys have a lot of options, so much love. Welcome, thank you. Remember to deep dive into my channel. See if there's anything here you like. Let me know what you'd like me to do next, and share. Subscribe if you like what you see. But on my channel, I focus on primarily plant-based foods. I love to make comfort foods. So the puddings, the cakes, the rolls, you name it. Check out my shorts. It gives you a good intro to what some of the stuff I've tried before. And let me know if there's something you'd like to see me doing this year. My friend, do not burn one.
doesn't matter. Does it matter?
Yeah.
What happened?
All right. You get color faster and it flames from them.
You can use this one. It takes it away.
Oh, okay.
But this one, it just.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so cleanup time now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to prep the sauce or the syrup for the buns so that you guys can see what goes into it. These go in there, or do you have a special recycle bin for the bottles?
You know what? Put those bottles. Take those. I just put them up in the box.
Okay. Okay. Ooh.
Don't worry. I understand. I'm going to do something, so they're expecting me to do.
If they go, they go. They stay, they stay. I'm not nice, but they're not here. Wait, who knows? Maybe today's just the day that my kids be suffering again. You know that is, right? Okay, guys, so cleanup is almost done. Thanks for sticking with me. So for this, I'm just going to use sugar. I'm going to use some water, some margarine, and some spices. That's all I use. I wasn't checking my measurements. I just rinsed a couple different measuring cups to ensure that I could do what I needed to do. All right. So yeah. So supposedly, yes, I do. So supposedly, I'm gonna need 2 tablespoons of, this is half a tablespoon. So the amount because I doubled, that's the original recipe, but I doubled this, so I'm just making sure I have sufficient to do the entire batch of, in this case we did 9, so I want to make sure I have sufficient. I'm going to need some water, um, I need 1 1/4 cups of sugar. That's the water. I put a little bit of this star anise, literally like a pinch, nothing much. Some of the regular anise. I'm putting a bit of vanilla in there as well. So nothing major, just a bit. I just love the flavor of vanilla. And I'm using a little bit of the mixed spice. You don't have to because the recipe doesn't technically call for all of those things. But I love to have the flavors, so I put a little extra in. Okay, and now sugar. Put a little bit of water to rinse out that excess. Or what was stuck in the measuring cup. I'm going to grate a little bit of nutmeg in it as well. Thank you, pretty girl. If you've never seen nutmeg before, this is a real nutmeg. The outer shell, this frame around the nutmeg, this is what is called mace. But technically it's not until you grind it up. Okay, but when we were kids growing up in the Caribbean, they're making porridge, they take those and drop it in along with the cinnamon and bay leaf. So I cracked the hard shell that's on the outside, and now I have the nutmeg ready to grate into my mixture. can't remember what I used to use the outer hard shell for. I need to check it out. It's been a long time and I'm not remembering, but I remember it being used for something. So just a dash of nutmeg, nothing much. And now this gets heated and it's poured over the warm bun. So this is why it's called a syrup, because it goes over the top. It acts as a glaze. It locks the moisture in and adds a layer of sweetness to the buns. And that's all there is to the Jamaican Easter bun. I'm just going to get a saucepan and get this heated up. And then I'll demonstrate to you live, pouring it on so you can see the finished product. You have the turmeric. The turmeric that you can put down and put these on. You know, these little cushion and so my buns are baked. They are ready. I want you guys to see. Okay. Maybe I didn't have the light turned the right way. I'm so sorry, guys. Can you see better with that? How do I feel I have the light on the wrong setting? I personally love when they crack like this because what happens is that the syrup goes in between the cracks and it makes you have something super, super delish. It's hard to express in words unless you taste it. Then you understand what I'm talking about. I'm going to use a couple of these covers. Hopefully that will protect the surface. We were looking for it all along. The scissors.
It was right there on the table right here.
I thought you had it. No, I thought it. I'm not really using it.
Yeah, look there. And then,
Look, look. Find it. Oh, little.
okay. Next side.
I don't want it. I will leave it all. I'm going to transfer my mixture to the saucepan. Then I'm going to bring it to a boil.
coconut and do it anyway.
So that's why I'm gonna start on over here. Oh, I should put this over the other. Okay, guys, so I'm making a transition. Bear with me a moment. I'll be busy, but I'll be right back.
Just and wash that. Can I get this?
I can get that.
You want gloves?
Um, yes and no. Let me
I
see.
think you need to use the gloves so they can, as this stuff. Like when I was you know, so there's something I can use too. So you don't want to.
It's not that per se, no. What I don't want happen is to make the glove into the mixture. Because it's white, and that's white.
Well, I need the gloves on my hand.
How does it work as you're doing? But I'll do, like I tend to,
With the fork, I don't.
yeah, so.
And I put. I have on two
Ooh,
gloves.
I say that.
And the one inside. And my big finger. I put a piece of tape over it.
I see you, I see you. Okay guys, so as I told you earlier that I'm not just doing Easter buns. My friend and I are also doing the Jamaican grated cake. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some grated. As you see, she's done an awesome job in grating up grated cake mixture in coconut. So what we need to do is get the rest of the coconut ready. And you know what? We might just have to do this first thing tomorrow instead of today. Look at that. We've got a lot of coconut to get through. Look at that. I tell you, child. What you been doing this the shred, right? You've been doing the shred? The fine shred?
You got the one you should have to use it?
You can use it.
You have a pan?
Hmm?
You have a pan here?
I'm grating on the plate. Hmm? Mm-hmm.
You don't need a pan?
I'm gonna pour it into the container. I have problem with those. I like to grate on a plate or a flat. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that one.
He just not promising that.
No, yeah, it can happen.
If we all come early tomorrow, we can't get it clean.
So I'm just grating up the coconut for the grated cake. Hence the reason it's called grated cake. You gotta grate the coconut. I'm trying to force the rest of it because when you get down to the knuckles, I'm not about sacrificing my knuckles size. I'm not. It's not. It's not a pretty sight, and it's not. You know what? Be honest. Little pieces of coconut like this, they're delicious.
Here, put them in this piece.
What is it? Your subsidiarity?
Oh, I saved that for myself to pay there. That's my reward.
Checking on my sauce. Sauce. I get ready to start. Sauce up. Let's need a little bit more vanilla, you know. The vanilla I'm weak. Don't lie, say pure extract. I don't pure extract this. Don't lie with it. And you could drop on my pure extract and it's so strong. I'm never forced someone to get a little flavor, right? I extract from you.
You say you put Benjamin essence one
Hey,
stronger.
I want to coconut and cheese.
Andrea,
And a
I
boy
said, but
coconut this, you know.
you think so like me and them, so.
No, not that. Me say, a little, this is like a boy coconut.
It's not what we need. So I'm going to you see what you put already.
Mm-hmm.
You know the fruit and that. Probably the half bite already. And
But
still
okay, someone go, me okay, go and go be greater tonight. So we can go fast tomorrow.
like tomorrow when I just go
Yeah.
relax.
I really have to relax now, but you know what I mean.
Eh?
Me, not do nothing too much.
Yeah. So I can just say how that is money. They just go and wait, you know?
You know, so I'm not chat to people at daytime though. No, me tell me, you see, while I've been on sick leave, unless someone called me specifically for something, I don't go on the phone.
Really?
Yeah, I'm about resting my body and my mind.
That's good.
So if I don't have an appointment for the doctors or for some kind of treatment,
Are you still online?
I'm still on.
Eh?
Yeah, I'm still on. Hey guys, how you doing? I've got two lovely folks on with me at the moment. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. I appreciate the support. It's your girl Chef Twellyah. And I am grating up some coconut for cook Jamaican grater cake. You know, it's made with the grated coconut. Hence the name, grater cake. Seriously, our people used to get have these ingenious names for stuff. Grated cake, grater cake, sweet nut. What else they call it? What other names have you guys heard for grater cake? You are in line with me. Have you heard of the Jamaican grater cake before? Is it called coconut drops? I hear some people call it coconut drops. But we have a drops in Jamaica, so it's technically not this. I guess depending on which country you're from, you call it different things. I'm making some progress, checking on my sauce. Woo! This is bubbling nicely. I'm gonna need like a deep spoon to drizzle. Coming on nice, man. Don't want it to get too. When the bubbles start to get almost static, as in they're sticking. I remember that when we were kids and we talk about grated cake and we did ask, how do they make these? Because it was always old women that made these. And some of the kids would say, oh, they chew the coconut. The things that Jamaican kids come up with, I don't know if kids out of region would do the same thing. But then for the longest time, I wouldn't have any coconut because I imagined the old lady chewing the coconut before she, until I saw my grandma making it and I realized, no, that was a lie. But I love me some grated cake. And it's called grated cake. You grated the coconut and you make a cake with sugar and coconut. And you can use almond or peppermint and a bit of food coloring. Some people get really fancy now and they make it in the Jamaican flag colors. But I remember growing up, it was either pink, red, or yellow. Those were the colors I remember seeing. Primarily. Some people use orange to top it. While I'm prepping this, the sauce for, or the syrup for the bun is steaming out. And I will show you guys. Once I show you that, then I'll end the stream there for tonight. But I'm still continuing to prep because we need to make up the coconut ready to make our grated cake. So the kids can also get a different flavor from Jamaica and enjoy something new. What's the expected count, my friend? 300?
Well, I said I'm 15 and we'll be attracted to as far as we can go.
Well, the population, the school population, I'm told, is like 700 students. We're aiming to hit halfway with all of the different things that we're presenting. So we'd have at least, so like the bun and cheese, we aim to have at least 50 servings. Could be more. I think we could probably make it a bit more by the time we're done. Are we making sandwiches or are we just putting a piece of cheese on top of a
Cheese
slice?
on top of bun.
Okay. So we probably will make it 100 servings of bun and cheese. My friends say I'm crazy.
It's way more than that. You think it's some big slices you're going to be doing. No.
You guys are not hearing the conversation in the background, eh? So I'll give you a recap later. I'm hoping I'll be able to create some content to show you guys of the final production that we do. But for a population of 700 students, we're hoping to meet at least half of them with a flavor of the island known as Jamaica. I'm at my limit now, I think. Are getting close to it. Checking on my sauce. Ooh. The sauce is coming along well. I put it down on low heat, so another 5 to 10 minutes and it should be ready. The grater is trying to nick my finger. It's not going to happen. Take a look on that thing for me, please, ma'am.
How big do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
How big do you want it?
Take it up. Take it to the side. All right, let it go a little bit more.
You know when it cools down, you can.
I don't want it too thin. If you just join me, I'm grating up grated. Give me grater. I'm gonna say grating up grated cake. I'm grating up coconut to make Jamaican grated cake. It's all part of an exposure that a local school is doing here in Toronto to introduce kids to different black culture. So we're doing a few different desserts that children in Jamaica would love. Well, not just kids, everybody. But we got introduced to it as kids, and we still have a love for it. So you know it's good. Okay, and that's where I stop because I'm not sacrificing my fingers, my knuckles, anything for this birthday cake. How many cups of coconut were you today? 3?
Mm-hmm.
How many cups of coconut?
What?
How many cups of coconut for this recipe? 6?
Three.
3? So you know we've gone 6 already, right?
Easy.
And that's alright. Maybe we can do some extra.
Wait, Andrea,
Hmm?
we have to do all of that because that won't make it for everyone. What are you talking about? No, sir. You need to go home, no. Because you tired.
So we're making 4 times the recipe.
At least.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You see that this grater grates better?
Well, mine is not really made for that purpose, right?
No, I mean like the style. Like it's easier to manage versus the traditional ones that we were always using.
I think I think we've got way too much more.
Yeah, we got too much. Or maybe we didn't use enough. I usually use 2 per batch. So we did double, so that would be 4. Yeah, each one. So we did 8. Mm. You know what? Can't go so. Put them on the fridge and let them get cool and kind of get so. So my sauce is almost ready, or my syrup. I don't know which one you want to call it. To go on top of the buns. I'm just letting those online let me know what's happening. So I'm gonna top these buns in a moment. And then I'll continue with grating more coconut for the grater cake. So all Jamaican desserts. And that's what we're cooking up tonight. Just give me a moment. I'm going to show you how I pop the fruit. Yeah, I'll work with that. I probably want to make more for the other, although since I'm feeling two the double. So now my sauce be ready, and I just drizzle over the center of the bun. It. You know what? I probably should use a spoon. Give me a spoon, please. That's
Wooden one?
let's no, you can a regular spoon.
Or you need it? You want a small teacup? A small measure. I can use that.
So basically, now that this syrup is ready, you make sure all the cracks get some while it's still warm. This locks in the moisture in your bun. So you just liberally pour it on. You're gonna get an awesome, awesome Jamaican Easter bun when you do this. This is like the finishing touch that makes it absolutely perfect. So I cover the whole top of the bun, but I especially ensure that the cracks get some of the syrup. It's what gives the sheen. So you know when you go into the supermarket and buy your Jamaican Easter bun and you see that sheen on top? This is what gives it that final effect. If you bake your bun and it's looking a bit dry, then put a little bit more of the syrup on it. It's gonna lap it all up. Trust me when I tell you. You could also use a brush and brush it on. That makes sure it's more evenly distributed. Okay, so I'm down to the last of it. And so the glistening goodness is ready. I think this was the first one I poured on, so I'll show you guys this one. Just like that. See that goodness? And it will be allowed to cool with all that syrup and absorb it. So this is what makes Jamaican Easter buns. Getting that syrup while it's still warm locks in all that goodness. And they all got slaughtered with it. Okay, so that's it. I'll continue to work at grating some more coconut for the grater cake, which we'll share with you tomorrow when we put it all together. All being well. Uh, so long. Thank you for watching. It's your girl, Chef Twellyah. It's been a blast. Bye. I'll see you when I see you. Remember, eat to live rather than live to eat. That way the quality of your life can be better and you'll be in control. Good night.